Hello, I'm bringing you a Wednesday night class in the daytime. This is grades 1 through 3 for our Bible challenge. I want to do a quick review on what we covered Sunday night, which is Nehemiah 1 through 11. It's about Nehemiah, and he found out from his sources that the remnant who had gone back to their homeland that had been in captivity had been they went back and they found that their walls were down, their gate was destroyed, and when Nehemiah heard this, he was so sad and heartbroken because of it, and he began to pray and repented and asked God to help him and help his people. So if you can remember back to Sunday night when you watched, or Monday, whenever you watched our Sunday night video, that's what happened. If you get a chance, go back and rewatch it or just read it in your Bible. I just want to review this. So on our Bible challenge, if I say the word Nehemiah, then you remember Nehemiah 1 and 11. If I say the word Nehemiah, you remember Nehemiah 1:11. Then you open your Bible and you find it in your Bible. Okay. So if I say Nehemiah, we're going to pause a minute, and I want you to think in your mind, where is Nehemiah found? Good hint. It's the same name as the man, Nehemiah 1 through 11. Okay, Nehemiah 1 through 11. Nehemiah 1 through 11. Okay, let's go and do a quick review over all the other passages. Alright, if I say God's altar, you remember Genesis 12, 7 and 8. If I say God's altar, you remember Genesis 12, 7 and 8. So if I say God's altar, what do you remember? Let's give you a few seconds to think. Can you remember it? It's back in the first book of the Bible. So it's Genesis 12, 7 and 8. Genesis 12, 7 and 8 is about God's altar. Next passage. If I say Samson, you remember Judges 16, 23 through 31. If I say Samson, you remember Judges 16, 23 through 31. So if I say Samson, where is that found? Judges 16, 23 through 31. Samson is found in Judges 16, 23 and 31. Remember, Samson is a judge, so he's found in the book of Judges. All right, let's look at this one. If I say church foundation, I want you to remember Matthew 16, 13 through 18. So if I say church foundation, I want you to remember Matthew 16, 13 through 18. If I say church foundation, I want you to remember Matthew 16, 13 through 18. So, church foundation. Let's take a few seconds and see if you can remember it. It's at the beginning of the Gospels, and it's where God had formed his church, and upon this rock I built my church. So the church foundation is found in Matthew 16, 13 through 18. I hope you were able to guess that. Here's our next one, Jonathan. Jonathan is found in 1 Samuel 20, 1 through 42. That whole chapter is a description of an interaction between Jonathan and David. So Jonathan's story is found in 1 Samuel 20, 1 through 42. Okay, let's think on it. If I say Jonathan, where is his story found? It's found in 1 Samuel 20, 1 through 42. It's the whole chapter. All right, we're going to go to the next one. Love one another. If I say love one another, you need to remember that's found in John 13, 31 through 35. Love one another. John 13, 31 through 35. If I say love one another, I hope you can remember that John is all about love. So it's found where? Love one another is found in the book of, and it's found in chapters 13, 31 through 35. So it's the love one another's found John 13, 31 through 35. God led Israel. When I say God led Israel, you need to remember that God led Israel in Exodus 13, 1 through 21. Exodus 13, 1 through 21. God led Israel. So if I say God led Israel, where is that found? He led him by a pillar of cloud by day and a pillar of fire by night in the book of Exodus. Exodus 13, 1 through 21 is about God leading Israel. So God led Israel, Exodus 13, 1 through 21. God's warriors. We are at God's warriors, and they are Caleb and Joshua. God's warriors is found in Numbers 13, 1 through 21. Numbers 13, 1 through 21. God's warriors, Caleb and Joshua, God's warriors. This is one that y'all haven't had a lot of review on in class because we hadn't had a lot of time. God's warriors. God's warriors is found where? If you're having trouble, if you can tell me who are God's warriors, there are two of them that come back with a good report. Their name is Caleb and Joshua. So those are God's warriors. They're found in the book of Numbers after the people left Egypt. Numbers 13, 1 through 21. God's warriors is found in the book of Numbers 13, 1 through 21. This is one of our recent ones. Share the good news. This was before we had to miss church altogether. We were able to do this lesson. Share the good news is found in Acts 13, 4 through 52. Share the good news is found in Acts 13, 4 through 52. Share the good news is found in Acts 13, 4 through 52. It's about Barnabas and Saul, and they were out preaching the gospel. So if I say share the gospel, it's in the book of Acts. Acts 13, 4 through 52. All right, that gets back to this week's lesson, Nehemiah. Nehemiah 1, 1 through 11. Nehemiah 1, 1 through 11. Nehemiah 1, 1 through 11. If I say Nehemiah, you need to remember Nehemiah 1, 1 through 11. So if I say Nehemiah, what book is it in? Of course, Nehemiah 1, 1 through 11. Let's look at these that flew away. Oh, not that one. Well, I lost our matching. If you have your matching page that looks similar to this, try to spend some time matching it. I don't have it with me, so we can't go over it. I love y'all. I wish we had a Wednesday night study together so I could get hugs, but sending hugs through video. Mwah.